Thanks for joining us on the show, everyone. Barely 48 hours after the rescue of 38 abducted worshippers in Iruku, Kwara State, another community in the state, Isapa, has been hit. 11 people taken, including a pregnant woman, 2 nursing mothers, and children as young as 5. And as communities along the Kwara-Kogi border count their losses, the Inspector General of Police has deployed a special investigative team. All of this comes just as a high-level Nigerian delegation returns from Washington, securing promises of deeper intelligence sharing. We're also hearing about defense support and early warning systems. But is international cooperation enough if local communities remain exposed and institutions overstretched? Let's begin with our correspondent in Kwara monitoring this development, Ibrahim Alege. Ibrahim, bring us up to speed. We understand 11 people were abducted, including a pregnant woman, 2 nursing mothers, and several children. Has the community been able to establish the exact circumstances of this attack?
Yes, what we had earlier today was that there were gunshots in the evening yesterday, and people thought, it was soldiers that were on the tail of bandits. But eventually, we got information that 11 persons have again been kidnapped in Isapa. Isapa is like a neighboring community to Iruku. So it's like that axis in Kwara South, particularly linking Kogi State, is a troubled zone now. Unfortunately, the police did not confirm this until just some minutes ago. So it took the police 24 hours to confirm this story. But as it is now, with the situation, with the report we're hearing, 11 persons have been abducted, and the names we are seeing indicates that 10 of them are actually of Hausa Fulani extraction, going by their name, and a local who is from Isapa, who is actually the pregnant woman. So that's the situation. That's what we've been hearing so far from Isapa community, also in the Ekiti local government area of Kwara State.
This attack, Ibrahim, is happening barely 48 hours after the rescue of 38 abducted worshippers in nearby Iruku. Are locals suggesting this is the same group of armed men, or is there evidence of a different cell operating along this corridor?
The intel we are getting is that these bandits chased away from up north. So they see parts of Kwara and Kogi, and of course Niger State as a safe haven for them. And of course, because of the fact that some of them, they've been operating in these axes and they're getting ransom. So they see it as sort of greener pasture. So after attacking Iruku, one version of the story said that the soldiers were on their tail, and that was why they passed through Isapa, and in the process, they equally kidnapped some persons. So one is not too sure whether it's the same set of people or another set. But what is obvious is that the thick forest within Ekiti local government, the Irekodun local government, that border Kogi, Niger, and of course Ekiti State, these people are obviously hibernating there, and they see that as their operational base. This is what we're getting from that axis.
You reported earlier that the IGP has deployed an intelligence response unit team to Iruku. Have they extended their operations to Isapa as well? What movement of security personnel have you observed on the ground?
As at the time they were deployed, it was only about Iruku, and I'm sure that the instruction given to them was just to go to Iruku to do their investigation, interview some locals. So what is happening in Isapa now, just some minutes drive from Iruku, may not be part of their assignment, but I wouldn't know if the IGP would instruct them to also go to Isapa. But as at the moment, they are still working in Iruku, and we don't know how long it's going to take them. But with the recent developments, I'm sure the police hierarchy would have to give further instruction whether the same team will still go there or another team will go to Isapa.
Quick one before we let you go. You spoke earlier with a woman who escaped during the previous abduction. What exactly did she say that is different from what we've covered on this story?
Well, she talked about the operation of the bandits, particularly when they were taking them. That's the much she could say, because she didn't reach their camp. The way they arranged them in such a way that some of the bandits were in front, some were within them, then there are some behind. So that means they are monitoring them properly, so you cannot escape. But fortunately for her, she observed that those in front were a bit far off, those behind were equally a bit far behind, and it was very dark at night. And then she just saw that there was a bush that she might not be noticed, so she just risked it, because if they had caught her, possibly it would have been a different story entirely. And she just decided to viaduct the road a bit, so they didn't notice because it was dark in the night and there was no torchlight, there was no light at all, and that was how she was able to, sleep in the bush till the following morning. And unfortunately, she didn't even know where she was until the following morning. She just found her way, risked it, so to say, until she brought back to Europe.
Indeed. A good place to leave it. Ibrahim Alege live for us in Ilorin. Thank you for talking to us this hour. Tonight, we